Hello, everyone's. I am here for my review of The Oval Season 5, Episode 2. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I am Lady T. I like to do reviews on scripted reality shows, and also the reactions. If you're returning, you're one of my peoples, welcome back. So, we have two comments from last week's video. The first one is from TG Shy Girl. Hey, boo. Eli didn't even sound like he was concerned. Girl, you know Victoria is dramatic. It sure is. Y'all seen her when she was going to like the memorial service of creepy serial killer Jason. She was all going, "Oh Lord, take me down," and doing all that stuff. Yeah, we know she's dramatic, but thanks for commenting, boo. And the second one's from TG Shy Girl. Again, hey boo. Hey T, this is actually Karima. Karima and TG Shy Girl are one and the same. Miss you. Oh, hey boo. Welcome back as a new name. I know you've been commenting on my old Ruthless reviews. I did Ruthless like almost 3 years ago. I'm going to say like almost 4 years ago. I did it in like late 2019, and I was only able to get through season 1 because in my opinion, Tyler Perry, he made a sequel to the Oval too soon. We needed to know more about the people at the Oval before we brought in this new group. And since he brought in this like a spinoff from the Oval too fast, it was like stuff was merging together and it did not make sense to me. I think I said this in a review, like, what's her name? Tally on Ruthless went to Richard and Nancy's house and unalived herself, but somehow on the Oval she is alive where Callie is there, but on the Oval Callie was already kidnapped. So how is like my mind won't let me do it. I'm not gonna guarantee you that I'm gonna go back and look at it. I'm gonna try to, but like sometimes my mind be doing too much, and it just would not let me like differentiate the two. So I'm gonna try to go back, but I'm not gonna guarantee you. But thanks for commenting on the new name. Welcome back. So we still at the hospital with Nancy and Richard, and Nancy is still going on and on and on about how Richard is the one who had choked her and had been, abusing her. Richard is not really helping this case at all because he's trying to calm her down, but it's looking like he is trying to restrain her. And all of the things that, or some of the things that he was saying, it sounds like somebody that has been abusing somebody. And I'm like, Richard, okay, I'm gonna need you to pull the doctor to the side and be like, "Look here, sir, my name is Richard, Richard, such and such and such. My wife, she went somewhere trying to look for my son. These people are dangerous people. They are called the Rakadushi. They are a cult. And when she came back, she's been acting crazy ever since. She's been not herself. I found her in a room, hung up on the door. Was it by a belt? Which that was, whatever she was using, it was strong. That's not the point. But like, I brought her in here. Like, clearly, like, I used to watch Law and Order SVU. So clearly they could tell whether something was like, whether somebody was using their hand or not, but I'm like, they not forensics people, they not like detectives, but you would know whether like the way the marking on her neck was, and maybe they didn't look at that marking or not, I don't know. But like, Richard is not really helping his case. He's trying to calm her down. She is steady going on talking about some, this man that did this to me. Next thing you know, T for the Parkers, he shows up and he's over here arresting Richard. And I'm like, are we going to at any point like try to like tell our side of the story? Like, hey, I work at the White House. This is, call Sam, but Sam, he off over here doggone it, shooting at Bobby in his beard. Which, can we call him Bobby in his beard anymore? Because his beard is not as long as it used to be. We still gonna call him Bobby the Spirit. Like, Sam, he off doing other stuff. Like, can we call Priscilla? Like, who can we call at the White House that we are, like, we can depend on? Like, hey, this person is credible. His wife really was going through these things. But, yeah, that's where we at right now. Eli couldn't wait to hop, skip, and jump and get down there to the White House. And Donald don't really want to tell Eli, like, hey, Hunter is incapacitated. And he can't do his job right now, so you're gonna be the president for the time being. But like, Victoria and Eli, they got this like secret plan going on, and Donald is like side eyeing Victoria, like, why would you tell him that Hunter didn't overdose on, what he didn't overdose on? Like, why would you do that? Like, I'm surprised, and Donald is surprised why Victoria is like rushing Eli to become president. Like, in my mind, and I may be a little slow on this one, but once Eli becomes president, that would make Simone the first lady. Wouldn't she have control? Like, hey, get me out of here. Yes, that was an offense, but now I am first lady, so I am cleared of all charges. That's the way my mind would have gone. But I was wondering why Victoria was like so eager to get him to like take over Hunter's position. Like, I'm gonna act like I'm the grieving wife and everything else, but I really don't want this dude here. I didn't want them kids. I didn't want him. I didn't want this life, period. But since I was out here in college and I was hunting on him and I got pregnant, my mom and daddy made me get with him. So this is where I'm at right now, but this is not the life that I want. Like, I want this life. I want everybody to look at with me. I want to have all this power, but I don't want to, like, all the things that goes along with it. I don't want it. She got this attitude going on. But I thought that, like, it didn't seem like protocol was being taken, and I'm like, why is nobody like? I guess like protocol, they don't really be going by protocol at this White House because you see all the shenanigans that be going on. Can somebody explain to me why? Everybody seems so comfortable freely talking in the hallways of this White House. First, we got Victoria and Donald talking about how what she done did to creepy serial killer Jason, trying to unalive him, but like getting the wrong person. And then we got like Max and Sam, and Sam talking about how he been shot at Max or whatever they got going on, and about creepy serial killer Jason, and they got their like headpieces, they earpieces on. Like, isn't that connected to like everybody at the White House? Now, in my mind, the White House would have cameras and listening devices everywhere because we got to make sure that ain't nobody plotting against the president. So why is everybody just speaking so freely just around these hallways? Like, I wouldn't even like speak freely in the car. Like, if you seen The Wire, they didn't talk about business with anybody who wasn't them. Now, I guess that's them. And we don't talk about business in the car. I don't care if it is my car. Somebody, when I went to go get me some doggone food in the store, somebody could have put a listening device inside here. They was doing that back on The Wire when they didn't have the sophistication of technology. And they knew not to be talking about what they got going on. But the Secret Service here, they just freely, and everybody just here talk about all the doggone things and the criminalistic activities that they have done. Now, if you're new here, I tend to just make up words from another word, like criminalistic. I don't think that is a word, but it's fitting here, so I'm going to use it. So y'all know creepy serial killer Jason, he had somehow, of all the places in the world, he done found his way to the Rakadushi compound. And he at gunpoint. And this young man that looked like he could have been Jason's half-brother on his daddy's side is trying to tell the armed security, to let Jason be. And it's the fact that creepy serial killer Jason gonna sit here with all the nerve, and the audacity to say this is illegal for them to keep him there. And I'm like, so is unaliving your grandma and Mistress Denise. That's a crime. Breaking into somebody's house, that's a crime. Trying to have your way with Ellie, that's a crime. There is plenty of crimes that you have done, like what you missed. Let's not forget about Jean. That was one of your first victims that we know of. But you're talking about this is illegal. But the Brackadoosha dude was like, he gonna keep his gun on him, and he was like, he's harmless. I was like, you don't know that you have let pure evil into the compounds of the Rakadushi. You just don't. Y'all, luckily the doctor went back in there to talk to Nancy, and he realized that Nancy is clearly out of her mind, and let the police officer know this man innocent, because I went there and talked to her, and she said he choked her over a month ago, and she just now woke up, and she not really making sense. And Richard's like, see, I told y'all, she something wrong with her. But the doctor said, like, she took some kind of, it's not a drug, it's like some herb plant from like somewhere, and it causes people to act and do all kind of crazy things. I'm like, how the Brackadushi got this pool? Did they be having all this stuff where they can just blow colorful also dust on you and make you just go crazy. That's I think that's one of the reasons why I stopped watching. Well, one of the many reasons I stopped watching Ruthless is because like these people that seemed like they had good sense were doing stupid things. Now, granted, homegirl, she had past drug issues and getting that dust blown in her face, making her feel good, reverted her back to her old drug ways. So I can kind of see that. But like, what was Nancy? Well, Nancy was always making some stupid choice. Like, the, their family alone sprinkling a little bit of sharing is like the reason why. And we're gonna go swerve over to what's his name, Kareem and the cousin. Nancy is the reason that they are going through the things we're going through. And I think I'm gonna try to break that down again once I get done with this review. Y'all, Eli wasn't even president a good 2 minutes before he got to firing Donald. 2 minutes. Donald was like, okay, first order of business. He was like, order of business? Like, you don't know what to do. And Eli had to let him know, I am the one that has been putting fires out all over the place. How do you think that the White House has been running when Hunter been out here doing more drugs and hunching than he has doing president stuff? That's because of me. So you can go ahead and leave. Don't go to your desk and exit stage left. My thing is, Donald done none of those things. He went over there to harass Al. That is not his name. What is his name? Secret Service Agent Alonzo. That's his name. I had to do the full thing. I couldn't just think of Alonzo. Y'all know I'm always giving somebody a name. Secret Service Agent Alonzo. He over there stressed out because he feel responsible for giving Hunter the wrong, drugs and whatnot. He did not know that these drugs was laced with something else. He had no way of knowing. And I kind of feel sorry for him. Was like, nowhere in my job did it say that I had to go procure drugs for the president. That was not a part of my job description. I do not get paid to do that. And now I'm finna be liable if this fool, is no longer here with us. I feel sorry for him. But did you notice that at no time, while he was getting sworn in, he ain't even said anything about Simone this whole episode. The prosecutor set Alan down to let him know, hey, the vice president wants to know where those drugs came from because, like, several people have died from this, and also the president has overdosed from this. And Alan don't know what to think. Alan done been through so much craziness dealing with the White House. His ex-girlfriend was sleeping with the president, and now she is no longer here. He was getting harassed by just about everybody every time you turn around. Jason is alive, showing up at his house. He was living out in the woods with, what's his name? Dale and somebody else. The man's stressed. He don't know who to trust at this point. And I'm pretty sure Alan is wishing that he had left a long time ago when Ellie had told him to. And he wouldn't be in all the drama that he is now. I was like, I know you wishing you hadn't listened to her. Maybe she should have left too and she would still be here. So Victoria decides to go down to the bunker to toy with Simone to let her know that Eli is now the president. I was there with him. Like, you was there with him in your nightgown? Okay, that's what you're telling me. And she was like, basically, I'm going to do my job, and I'm going to be first lady. People are going to love me, even though they do not love you now, even though you want them to think that they love you, but then people can't stand you because you give off evilness, because that is what you are, and people can sense that, especially little kids and animals. But yeah, but somehow Simone, she got like a recording device in her shoe, and she was recording everything. But I was like, how's that gonna help if you were still in here? But one of the things, I guess, because I was watching it on my computer, and I just couldn't help but notice that the wig just needed to be pulled down just a little bit, just a little bit, because I could see her like natural hair right here, and then I could see the line of demarcation of the wig, and I was like, I just want them to pull it down just a little bit, Not too much, just a little bit. I want Simone to now know that Eli do not care not one bit about her. Now, my mind will not let me go back that far. Did she know that creepy serial killer Jason and did all the mess that he has done and that he is actually factually still alive? Or was she not privy to that information? Y'all gotta let me know about that one because I just don't. Let's break down all the lives that Nancy has ruined because she could not listen to her son. Season 1, episode 1. Ruth should not see Callie. Why? Because Ruth is unstable. Ruth lives with a cult. She should not have contact with her grandbaby. But what does Nancy do? She lets Ruth come over. What does Ruth do? Kidnap the baby. And that is the domino effect that has affected everybody just about in their circle. Let me break it down to you. We got Barry going crazy because he can't find his baby, which in turn messed up his relationship with Sharon, causing Sharon to flee to another man. Some point, Barry shot a gun and accidentally killed somebody, which that don't make sense. The gun was going down here, the man lived up here, but somehow the bullet got up there. That happened. At one point, Sharon and Kareem was hunting on each other. Barry ran into there. That wouldn't have happened if doggone it, Sharon hadn't been, Now, I'm not going to... Yes, I am. Nancy inadvertently, called Sharon to go to another man. Because Barry was out here acting crazy. We got that. Sharon going to the White House so they can find out where the Rakadushi is caused Hunter to prey on her, which caused her to get stalked by Hunter, which caused Dale to kidnap her. Not Dale. What's his name? Kyle to kidnap her. Dale, Richard, and Sharon got, in an accident. That was them. Okay. Barry going to find the Rakadushi. He ended up... Now, hold on. He ended up unalive and put into Kareem's house. Kareem and his cousin get away with the body. None of this would have happened. Sharon, attacking Kareem after finding out what he did to Barry. That's a thing. She wouldn't be in jail. Nancy wouldn't have went to the Rakadushi and, they wouldn't have blew the powder on her. Then she wouldn't be in the hospital. She wouldn't try to unalive herself. And Richard wouldn't have almost got arrested had she have never let Callie meet up with Ruth. Damn, that's it. It's probably some other stuff in there too. Now it's seeming like the only reason Hunter got with Sharon is because she was working at the same store, the same pharmacy where the Lace drugs was at. Bam. That's how Nancy did ruin all these people. That was a just. If I left anything out, by all means, leave a comment below. If you were new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. It is free all day, every day, free 99. Make sure your notifications are on so my video places of a video. You can click on it, you can like it, and share it with your people, and you can come over and be one of my peoples. If you're already one of my peoples, welcome back. Y'all know what to do. Tell your people to tell their people to come over and be one of my peoples by clicking that icon above. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.